Powered by Arkansas, for Arkansas. This is Inside Arkansas Live.
Apparently my mic is muted, so we're already off to a roaring start. I don't know why it did that, but it decided to. So we're now officially live with Inside Arkansas. Sunday Scaries. I'm John Nabors. Appreciate everybody on this Christmas edition. It's not actually Christmas, but you can see I'm feeling festive, and I decided to, again, keep doing these. I don't know what's going on here, or as far as everything else that's going on in the world of sports. But there's been some things I know we'll probably talk about here, but. Again, this is just a fun thing, man. Just a fun little casual hangout. Any sort of questions or any sort of comments or any sort of things that we want to talk about here, we're gonna get into it. And what's great about it is that we actually have intern Cameron is going to be joining us later into the show. So again, just something to do with. I think I've explained this before, but this is just something to where we have some fun with it, and it'll be stuff that I like to have like interns involved with, kind of get them some experience on live streams. There'll be some various guests that'll have some say into some of this too, and we'll just dive into it, man. Just get into all different things too, and we appreciate each and every one of you being a part of it. And I actually plan on either this, I'm trying to think, maybe this upcoming Sunday, like for me, a week from now, or the next Sunday. It'll actually be a week from now, I think, because in 2 Sundays, intern Presley is going to be joining me. But I'm going to do a little state of the Inside Arkansas. We're basically just going to talk about some of the things we got going on and things we're going to accomplish in the new year. Give everybody some updates on some things that we're doing as a company, and some really cool stuff that we have on the horizon. So either way, really appreciate it, though, everybody tuning in. I'm not going to be on the show tomorrow, actually, on Inside Arkansas Live. I'm going to be in Little Rock for a doctor's appointment. So fun stuff. But Curtis and Andrew is going to hold the fort down. They'll do a great job. And we're also going to do a show on Tuesday, but we will be off on Wednesday and Thursday. And then we'll be back on Friday for just a little weekend heading into a Christmas recap and all of that fun stuff, too. So either way, I'll keep you everybody updated here. And again, it's a fun time right now this week. It's we talk about the Sunday Scaries. If there's ever been a Sunday Scaries, man, it's for like this holiday itself. I guess I can take off my glasses. I keep forgetting about these when I'm wearing them. And sometimes it's just like, see, I got the little indentions now on my face. I mean, I have such a beautiful face that everyone claims to have makeup, and now I'm just having these indentions on here too. So, but either way, I'm going to be putting together some stuff and getting ready for this week too. I know a lot of you are excited about the Christmas holiday as well. And I know that there's going to be some travel. So everyone have safe travels to wherever you're going to be going. And let's have some fun with it. I will say, though, that I know we did the Pot at the Palace post-game show yesterday. It was something where Razorbacks losing that game was pretty frustrating and the type of game that they lost. But I also felt like it wasn't that big of a deal from a national perspective. I think everybody was just doing Christmas stuff yesterday. Like, obviously, people watched it. We watched it. We cared a lot about it. We talked about it. But it just really, really felt like there was some people that were like involved in other things, just as far as what it looked like from the reaction from everybody. I don't know if that was just the case where it was Christmas time or everybody was, doing their white elephant or dirty Santas, but still pretty frustrating yesterday. Football wise, they finalized the staff. I'm going to talk a lot about this on my lockdown tomorrow morning as well. But this is kind of an open forum. So anything that you guys want to talk about, you want to comment on, I'll try to get to as many chats as we can and decide what we want to go with. But I mean, here's the thing. It's Christmas themed, so we can talk Christmas, man. We can talk about Christmas movies, Christmas songs, Christmas music, favorite Christmas gifts. Like this is y'all's thing. We're just here to have some fun with it and to hang out and have a good time doing it. So let's go ahead and see how some of the chats are already on one here. Yeah, I bet. So everybody is talking about, okay, of course, talking about my audio. Yes, I know the audio sucked at the very beginning. Let's see. Austin says, fireplace is fire. Yeah, it is. See, I don't have a fireplace in my place, so I might as well make my TV a fireplace. And I will admit, like now that I moved, a lot of you know that I moved. I'm trying to think of the different types of backdrops I want to have. Like right now, it makes sense to have Christmas fire there. But I'm trying to think of whenever I start making it a little bit more permanent. I started doing War Machine highlights, but those can only, go so long. So I may start doing some branding stuff behind there. I'm open to suggestions. I may do, so I just, as long whatever just doesn't get me copyrighted is really what I'm going to be all about. As long as that's not going to be happening. So Silverfield Suey says 11 days and counting until portal season. Yeah, and it's going to be a wild one, man. It's going to be a wild one. Angel says, have you seen the Memphis guys hitting the portal? Yes, actually, I have it. Again, I'm going to talk about that on my Locked On tomorrow. So tune in for that because I think that's a fascinating thing. Some of these guys I want to be a part of the team. Others, maybe not so much, but still, that should be pretty fun to dive into. Let's see. Cody says, oh, the girlfriend. I see you, John. LOL. No, not the girlfriend in Little Rock. There's no girlfriend in Little Rock. There's no girlfriend, period. So, no, going down to a doctor's appointment in Little Rock because I made the incredible decision to keep my doctor and everything in Little Rock when I live there, as well as my pharmacy, which they're kind enough to mail it up to me. Shout out to Ray Drug. So they, I don't like changing a lot, and they have all my records, and I know the doctors well. So it's just kind of one of those things to where I only have to do it once a year to do the wellness check on my health and all that. So I just had to wait until the last minute to do it this year. So that's what I'm going down there for. Trust me, I'd rather be up here, but I got to do what I got to do. So no, I don't have a girlfriend. Jeez, everybody's doing all that nonsense. I don't know. I think I'm just talking ish. I think he has a crush on Riley. I don't know who Riley is. If you guys have any idea, I'm sure. Let's see. Finch says, decided to surprise my fourth grade boys for tomorrow's practice. Going to be a lot more Christmas gift exchange and shoot around fun day. They're pumped about it. Yeah, that'll be awesome. I know a lot of people have some really cool stuff that they're going to be doing for different things. For me, it's fun because I'm going to be, so I guess a little spoiler alert. Speaking of basketball and whatnot, me and Gracie Frizzell, our real estate expert here at Inside Arkansas, we're going to be having some fun little content we're going to be shooting here in a couple of weeks, dealing with basketball because she's a former basketball player. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure it'll go really well, and I'm sure you guys will be really nice to me about it. So, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I see Katz is in here. That's great. Great to see you, Katz. Let's see. Swaggy Yaks. It says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. You know, it's not Christmas, but it's close enough for government work, at least. R Hawk says, what time does Locked On start? Well, Locked On starts the audio version gets posted about as early as, I think it's 3 a.m. usually. And then the video version, it does a premiere where it plays live at 7 a.m. Central Time. That's when it happens. So it's been pretty consistent as far as that goes. Let's see. Also, Ryan says, I don't know what RHW means. I'm sorry if I should. Memphis guys announced for the portal. Do you think any of them will be targets for us, John? Yeah, I think so. Listen, you see this happen a lot, right? Players that, a coach leaves to go to one school and makes an upgrade. And then when that coach leaves, a lot of the players hit the portal. It's not to say that Ryan Silverfield is going to get every one of them, but I'm sure that there's some of them that he would like to have. I'm sure there's some of them that he, maybe they entered in the portal because they know that they're going to come to Arkansas. But I would bet dollars to donuts that you're going to see some Memphis additions, and that's great. That's great. You want to see ones that you can really count on, and ones that that Ryan Silverfield wants. I want to see those come here to Arkansas for sure. Let's see. Bart Freeman says Ewan is really going to improve this team. Well, if he keeps playing like he can, man. I mean, he's doing some great stuff. Doing some great stuff. Finch says, pretty sure the gal in the convertible is the type John is hoping for, but Aunt Bethany is the type of gal that's actually attracted to him. Is this a Christmas, or I guess a vacation / Christmas vacation joke, I guess? All right. Sure. What was it? Christy Brinkley was her name, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, Christy Brinkley or Beverly D'Angelo. Both great options. Both great options. Not Aunt Bethany, though. That's over that. Y'all are crazy. Let's see. Nick just says, why do you think the Hogs lost to Houston? I think because exactly what Cal said and kind of what we talked about yesterday. Turnovers and Houston, missed free throws, and Houston taking advantage of every mistake Arkansas made. Plain and simple. I mean, that's it. It wasn't anything too like complex. We could sit there and deep dive and be like, oh, what was the matchups like? You're like, no, I think it was just simply you played out of character. And in ways, Houston played out of character too, because it was a positive and yours was a negative. Arkansas just, Houston hitting the shots they did and the amount of threes they did. And you got to give credit where credit's due, and I do, but it was just a lot of out of character, man. Just a lot of out of character type stuff there. Let's see. Ryan says the Memphis DB is the guy I'm intrigued by. Yeah, which is always funny because anytime I quote tweet one of these deals, and I saw that there was one of these players, and I was like, oh man, this would be a great addition. There's always a Memphis guy who comes flying in and be like, should we tell him? Should we tell him? Yeah, the guy sucks. Why? Okay, so why does he suck? Yeah, he just sucks. Not any good. We didn't want him. Okay. It's like, sure, whatever. Say, well, look at his stats, though. They're pretty good. Doesn't matter. Sucks. Thank you. It's riveting analysis. Anyways, but no, I mean, there's a few of them that are there. There's a few of them that I'd really like to have added to the mix, and he would definitely be one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ramdy says, still believe this basketball team has as much as potential as any team. Winning makes some good luck, and losing is sometimes due to bad luck. Yeah, and again, it's not like I'm discounting the game yesterday because losing sucks, and I didn't want to lose it. And I think Houston's just a really great team, and if you make mistakes like that against a really great team, they're going to and they take advantage of it. You're losing. And I think Houston hit 11 threes. So anytime Houston's hitting 11 threes, they're going to win. So it's just one of those deals. I'd rather have it happen now than in the NCAA tournament. I'll tell you that. I don't want any part of that though. That's for sure. Let's see. Finch says, "Hey John, you need to hit up Mark It Down for a collab with y'all. He's a Tennessee fan, but he's a huge War Machine fan and loves him some Hog basketball and always reacts to our games. Energetic." I haven't heard of him, but I'll look him up. I will look him up. That's for sure. I'm always interested by other people's content. Because here's the thing is like, there's a lot of people, I say a lot of people, there's a lot of people that like to do podcasts from different walks of life. And, sometimes you could look at it as competition, which I guess in a way and in the spirit of it, it is competition. But I like consuming other people's content just because I like to, see things of like what I enjoy listening to or what I enjoy hearing or, looking at it as from maybe inspiration in some ways. But on the same token, though, I've always felt like if you listen to one person's podcast, like say if you listen to one Razorback podcast, odds are you listen to quite a few. I mean, there may be some of you out there that are just strictly like Inside Arkansas consumers, which is awesome. There may be some of you out there that are just, Pot at the Palace consumers, which is awesome. But there's some of you that listen to that, you listen to Locked On, you listen to everybody else, and that's great. Said I'm all about it. Seeing all the different ways that can be handled with that too. So, Bama Hawk says, sometimes it's just not your night. TB got too many fouls early, liked how Ewan played though. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, Brazil didn't play his best game, and that's okay. It happens. Early fouls definitely were costly. And I'm not doing the moral victory thing, but still, the fact that Arkansas was down by 21 points in this game and they still came back, and I think the closest they got was 5. Like, that's really impressive. That's really impressive. I just don't know, it's a matter of, hindsight. Is this going to be a game that ended up maybe being right place, right time, where they didn't play their best, made mistakes, and they regroup and reorganize, and they get better from it, and they beat? If this is one of those games that they lose this game, which equates to them beating Tennessee because they're a lot more prepared. What is the key ingredient there? And I think that's going to be fascinating to see how that plays out. Sorry, I'm firing off a tweet right now. If I go silent, just no, I'm going on Twitter, putting out tweets, putting out the links. I'm a one-man wrecking crew right now. So stupid. And also, it's going to be 70 degrees in Fayetteville for Christmas. What the crap is this? I don't understand it. I hate it. Actually, no, I don't hate it. I love warm weather. I hate cold weather, so I'm fine with it. I am fine with it. Man, I got to fix my monitor too. It's just, I'm all thumbs today. It's one of those things. Angel says, I got about 100 podcasts. Like you listen to 100 podcasts. For some reason, I think that's a lot. But maybe you're right. Maybe you do. That seems like just a ton of podcasts, though. Yeah, they didn't give up. They didn't give up. That's for sure. Patrick says, Houston did to us what we did to Louisville. Louisville came in on a high and was overwhelmed and never recovered, but made a good effort trying, and refs took out a couple of our good players. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair take. Because here, and there's another thing, too, is like people who, watched this game as well. I love how some of them just immediately think that if you throw one criticism about the officials, it's like, hey, it's not the refs' fault that they lost. Yeah, no crap. Like everybody knows that. But it's the idea that, hey, sometimes there's some bad calls or some 50-50 calls, whatever you want to say. And, it impacts the game at least a little bit. The officials are not why Arkansas lost the game. But just because you say one thing does not mean, oh, you're just blaming the officials and that's the only reason they lost. No, it's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than that. Let's see. And if I mess up your username, I'm sorry. Dream Yara. We'll go with that. Arkansas need to get it together, play more team ball. Got to play smart, calm down, relax. Yep. I mean, that's not even a sentence, but yes, it's true. They need it. They're going to be just fine. Like, I'm not worried. Like, the Houston game did not make me just think, oh, man, this team, before I was thinking Final Four, but now I don't know if they're even a tournament team. Like, no. It was just tough, man. It was tough. It's a tough thing that it's like you just don't want to have repeats of those. And I think it was also because you lost those first two games against Michigan State and Duke, and you felt like you were ascending. This was going to be kind of that next step in the ascension, and you took an L. But it's like Cal said in the press conference, or what little press conference there was. He said this was the only game that he felt like they weren't going to win, or they didn't play good enough to win. Like, they felt like they played some things good enough to win against Duke and against Michigan State, but obviously those teams made plays. This is the one he just felt like they were outmatched and outgunned, plain and simple. Which is tough. Somebody's bringing up my Jets helmet. Yes, that's my. So I kind of expanded. You don't get to see a lot of this, but this Jets helmet, folks. Remember, I don't know if I ever told the story, but people ask me why I'm a Jets fan, or at least was at one point in time. It was because when I was growing up, my favorite color was green, and I was getting into football, and my dad had this Jets helmet. As you can tell, it's really old because he was a Joe Namath fan. And so when I was a kid, my grandmother had this, kept this. As you can see, it's pretty rough shape. But yeah, this was something that I was like, okay, this is kind of one of the reasons why I became a Jets fan. And this thing's about as good of a shape as the actual franchise in general. So anyways, but yeah, I added some things too. I got a John Daly signed mini Razorback helmet. This is a green worn Razorback helmet that's signed by Frank Broyles. So that's pretty cool, I think. The Outback Bowl, got that going on over here. Back when bowl games mattered and they actually gave you some cool stuff. So yeah, that was just a few little additions there in the backdrop. Trying to add slowly but surely a little bit more each and every time. So Trey says, love it, John. I'll be back in Arkansas coming up from Florida. Glad it'll be nice weather. Yeah, it's going to be like in the upper 60s and even 70s over the next few days. Christmas-wise, that is. Which is just nuts. This is just nuts. I hate it so much, but I also kind of like love it. Ryan said, John, how did everything that happened with Natty State affect the way you handle Inside Arkansas? Did you know right away that you were going to try again? Man, Ryan just coming right out and saying it. How did it affect it? I think it affected a lot as far as my approach, because it was one of those brutal examples and one of those brutal times where you have to kind of learn a hard lesson. And you can't be so trusting of people. You can't be just trusting of people who say things that they're going to do, or say things that they're going to, handle things, and when they don't, you're kind of in a bad situation. So what I learned from it, or at least if you're talking about just the impact or the effect, the way I handle it is, one, I'm transparent about every single thing I can be transparent with my employees and the situation and what's going on. And I'm also going to have things handled my way. Now, I'm not, trying to be this dictator, but it's more of, I'm not going to have things going in different directions. I'm not going to have, saying one thing and then, if it's, but meaning another. It's just, I think it's very important for communication to be open in all ways. And, I knew that, what we were doing and how I kind of wanted it to look was going to work. But you're talking about, did you know right away that you were going to try again? The answer is no. I think I told this story, and again, we're bringing up right into the weeds here. But I actually didn't know what I was going to do. I was in such a bad, dark spot that I truly didn't think, and I didn't know what I was going to do. The summer of 2024. I was a recluse in my home for a long time. I never left my place. I had no money or anything. I just didn't know. And luckily, there was a random person on Twitter that kind of just saved my life in a way. And he basically, like, I was getting a lot of hate online, which is what it is. I was getting some pretty horrible things said. But the point is like, I wanted to try it again because I knew it was going to work. It just had to be done the way I knew how to do it. And it had to be done the way that I wanted it to be done. And I had a lot of great help and a lot of great people on the way to it. And because, again, there were people that were pretty apprehensive of doing anything with us previously. But once I became 100% owner, suddenly those doors opened up, if that makes sense. So hopefully that was a long answer to your question, I'm sure. But anyways, it was one of those deals to where I always think back and see how far I've come from that and how far we've come and how awesome things are going. And I'm just very proud of it. I'm very proud of what we've accomplished, and I can't wait to see what 2026 has in store. So, yeah. Again, coming out of the woodwork there. Hey, here we go. Germanic Celtic. Long time no see. Merry Christmas. You as well. Again, I hope I'm saying that right. Hope I'm saying that right. Rowdy. Hey. Rowdy. What are you doing? Sorry, my dog's over here. I got a new rug, and I just don't think he's feeling it. I just don't think he's feeling it. So, yeah, it's like that was for members only. No, I mean, I don't care about that fact from one's like members only or not. Which we will be doing one of those here soon. Don't worry, we will be making that happen. Promise for that. Let's see. Silverfield Sui says, I hope there's no G5 teams in the playoff next year. I want the 12 best teams, not some random conference champion no one's heard of. Well, I guess going to 16 next year, but you get the drift. Yeah, so here's my thought on it. Like, I was one of those proponents. I felt very strongly about having, and it's tough to say it this way, but it's not that I was adamant about having a G5 team in the playoff. What I've always been adamant by is that for years, for decades, college football was the only sport where a team in its league could go undefeated and have zero chance to play for a championship. Like, if you go undefeated in college basketball, regardless of the conference, that doesn't mean you're going to win a championship, but you get into the NCAA tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get into the NCAA tournament, guaranteed. You get a shot. High schools like that. Pro sports are like that. Like, there's no other sport in any level league to where you can go undefeated and have not a chance to play for a title game. To me, that needs to be the exception of when a G5 gets in there, if they go undefeated. I know that that's kind of a hard thing to do, and that would keep them from maybe scheduling some tough opponents, and which is fine. But to me, I'm big on that. I'm big on the fact that, hey, if you want to get them in there, that's great, but get them in there because of, what, like them being undefeated and them being such a good team. That's what it needs to be. That's what it needs to be, in my opinion. So, let's see. Appreciate everyone being in here, by the way. We're talking about anything and everything, folks. This is just, again, this is like, I kept calling it a test stream for a while because I kept testing things. Now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm just testing like content and talking about things too. So Nick says, do you think Arkansas is the team to beat in the SEC after Kentucky got a big win against St. John's? I mean, I still think Arkansas is one of the teams to beat. I know that like there's always, and like Tennessee is going to be good. You know, Alabama's going to be good. There's like teams that are going to be good. I just don't know if they're going to be to the level of good that Arkansas is. Or sorry, that anybody is, but Arkansas is one of them. So like Auburn got smoked by Purdue. That's smoked by Arizona, but those are really good teams. Does that mean they're not going to be a good team? No. It's just I don't think the SEC is as top heavy. Like you'll still get a bunch of teams into the championship or into the NCAA tournament, but if I was to put like a number on it, though, it's like I feel like the team that's going to win the SEC regular season this year is probably going to be like 13-5. You know, where it's not like just this dominating performance. Like 13-5, 12-6 might be like the winner. But then you have a teams 1 through 7 that are all separated by like 2 games. So I could see that happening. Dream Morris says, sorry, John, I'm changing my YouTube meme. No. You don't have to change it. It's just, it's the streaming service. We used to have the actual names in there and then they switched it to usernames. And who knows, maybe there's a setting that I can change to make that work. But yeah, I'll work on that. Maybe there's a setting that I can make it happen. Kelku says, there's nothing better than a house full of food, football, and Christmas lights and white, fluffy snow. True that. But unfortunately, we have like only like 2 of the 4 going on over here, at least at my place. I should have gotten some Walter Christmas lighting, but I didn't have a place because where I was living at previously was not a place set up for Christmas lights. This place would have been more so, for sure. It's just bad timing. Maybe next year we'll make it happen. Silverfield Series says, people always try to put you in a box. Sometimes you got to bust out of the box and fly an eagle. That's right. Yeah. I don't know what this is exactly in reference to, but I'm going to just go along with it. I think it's if it was to the story that I was telling, then yeah, totally get that. Finch says, folks forget John is the reason we have Inside Arkansas to begin with. He catches entirely too much flack for simply talking like the fan he is. Thank you. But listen, I've said it before. I understand the how do I put this? I understand the world that I live in. I understand the reality that I'm in. I understand that if you become bigger and the brand becomes bigger and the company becomes bigger, it's not going to be everybody's going to love you. And there's going to be a lot of people that are wishing some sort of failure to happen to you. And it's part of it. And so I get it. It's not good. It's not like I sit here and be like, yeah, I love haters. No, I'd much rather have people like me than hate me. But I'm not naive enough to not understand that this is the world I'm in. And as long as people are just like, the problems that they have with me is just they don't like my content or they think my opinion's dumb, that's fine. As long as you just think, like, I just don't ever want anyone thinking that I'm not a good person, you know, because that's more important to me. I try to do things the right way. I don't always, but I try. And I'd rather have people, you know, if they're gonna like me, I hope they don't like me because of something that I do professionally, not what I am as a person. If that makes sense. Auxilla says, can we get a shot of Rowdy on the feed? Let's go. You want a shot of Rowdy on the feed? Let's see if he can. See if he can be bothered right now. Hold on. Gotta see. Hold on. Hey, Rowdy. Come here. We'll at least get him up here for a second. Come here. Man, you are getting heavy, my man. Oh, jeez. So this is Rowdy for those. He's scared to death because he's like, why are you holding me? Hey, it's okay. It's okay. So this is Rowdy. He's scared to death. And as you can tell, because I'm holding him like a baby. Hey, can you say hi to everybody? Gotta go say, hey, Rowdy. Hey, bud. It's okay. See, look. I know. So, anyways, this is Rowdy. He's like I said, he's always a stress ball. He's been doing pretty good. I got him a big rawhide coming in that's shaped as a candy cane. Get him in here, but man, he's getting heavy. I think I'm letting him get too fat. I don't. I guess he's not dieting the way he should. But, anyways, this is good enough for you because I can tell he just wants to go back in his bed. So, all right, good, bud. All right, don't scratch me. Oh, jeez. Anyways, so that's right. You can go now. It's all good. You can go. Yeah, I've never heard him bark. So, one of the many positives of having Rowdy. So, let's see. Travis says, "Whatever the story, you've done well, and I appreciate what you Curtis and Andrew bring." Well, thank you, Travis. Appreciate that. Listen, I'm not trying to ask for sympathy or anything. I have made my choices, and I have to live with my decisions. So, but I appreciate support, and I appreciate everyone who hangs out with us and rocks with us, because we got a great thing going, and I got the two best guys on the show with me every day. I got Dudley doing his thing. I'm very thankful and very blessed. Jeez, Bart says, where does Rick Schaefer get his hair? Or where does Rick Schaefer get his haircut? I don't know, man. I don't know. Rick's good people, though. I like Rick. John Morgan says, hate my Bison's loss. Yeah, I saw that. COC, Church of Christ, like me. I don't know. It's like, oh no, I guess Hardy's still connected with it. But either way, says, hey, my Bison's lost, but had a great season. We'll be back in the mix in Colorado, going fast down mountains at 61. Hoorah. Are you saying you're going down fast in the mountains? Be careful. Don't do that. J-Buck says, there's no doubt that we know Arkansas has unbelievable talent this year, but I feel like Arkansas didn't show up with that killer mentality against Houston, and it just wasn't our day. No, like that's a huge factor. I agree. Sneak says, John for AD 2028. Is it terms? Like, why do I have to go? Do you have to wait till 2028? It's like that when the job's going to become opening. Here's the deal. Is I think I've talked about this before. Obviously, I don't want to be the athletic director. The only thing about athletic, like, there's so much to it that I don't know about and I don't want to know about. Like, I just know some basic stuff. So I don't want to be the athletic director. I don't have any connections hiring coaches. You want me to hire a coach? It's like all of us could sit here all day long and be like, oh, I'd go out and get Saban. I don't want to deal with Jimmy Sexton. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. You're killing me. Ryan says, I'm not a member at any other channels. I'm only super chatted one time outside of Inside Arkansas streams. I love this channel and what y'all are doing, and I'm going to keep supporting every way I can. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you. John says, greatest movie ever. It's a Wonderful Life. Okay, so this is always a big topic of debate. I love It's a Wonderful Life, and this is going to sound sad. I have a few movies that I have to watch when I am around Christmas time. And one of those movies is White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye, because my family was like a tradition of ours growing up that we watched that movie. And so I think it's just more of the nostalgia there. I have to watch Christmas Vacation because it's just hilarious every single time. The amount, like it doesn't matter how many times I watch it. When he's at the mall dealing with the perfume model or whatever, that whole exchange is just, it gets me every time. And I don't know why. Like because it's funny, but it's like it doesn't matter how many times I watch it, I can just crack up laughing. It's like because he's like, yeah, it wouldn't be the Christmas traditions if the weather wasn't any hotter than they are. Like, you're just so quick and so funny. And but yeah, so it's Christmas Vacation, got to watch. Home Alone, I think, is also one, just because of, like, as a kid I was growing up, and It's a Wonderful Life is a new one. And I'm going to be very open and transparent about this, folks. I watch It's a Wonderful Life by myself on Christmas Eve because I'm by myself on Christmas Eve night before I go to bed. And I like get so emotional because of it. And it's like, and the reason is because one of my favorite movies around this time is because not only is it a great movie, but it's just a valuable lesson and a valuable reminder that I need, and sometimes we know we learn things different ways. Sometimes, you learn it from consequence. Sometimes you learn it from uh, reading things, reading instruction manuals, some of us go on YouTube and learn how to do things. It's like sometimes you just need reminders. Like I went on YouTube to remind myself how to wrap gifts, because I kind of forgot. We need reminders in life. And I always watch It's a Wonderful Life because it comes out and it is one of the great messages. And okay, I'm going to do spoiler alert because if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. But at the end, the whole book, he opens it up and it said, remember, no man is a failure for who has friends. And it's like one of those things to where, if you ever go through a rough year or if you ever have a rough time and if you're ever thinking like, am I doing this right or am I doing life right or whatever? It's like a reminder that, hey, there's a lot of people in your life that do care about you and that you care about and that, you've helped them, they've helped you. And you have to remember that that's never a bad thing. That's never a failure on your part if you have those friends. So it's just like it's a great movie and a great reminder of that. And it just at the end, it's great. So, but yeah, it's definitely up there. It's a Wonderful Life is great. It's still stands the test of time here today. So everyone's talking about Rowdy. Kalku says he's beautiful. Yeah, don't tell him that. Don't have him get the big head. He's gonna be doing all that. Austin says just walked in on my wife wrapping an Arkansas beanie, so I got a Christmas present earlier this year. Okay, did you like walk in without knocking, or like did she have the door closed at least? Because here's the thing: if she's wrapping gifts and she doesn't close the door and it's somebody's gifts, then that's on her. But if you didn't knock, that's on you. That's on you. Kingsley says that's the cutest ish I've ever seen. Is talking about Rowdy? Yeah. He's like I said, he's a good boy, man. I love that kid. He's awesome. He's just stressed all the time. He's always stressed. And he's getting better with it. Just getting old, Taco says W for Rowdy. Yep. John Scott says, John, some days I think my own option is dumb. I assume you mean opinion? Your own opinion's dumb? Well, that's fine. Listen, it's a career and it's a job based in fun things. Like, it's the good and the bad because I look at it this way. There's been always a mentality of mine. Say if I had 1,000 people watching one of my live streams, okay? I had 1,000 people. And of those 1,000 people, there are 300 of them actually chatting. Okay? 300 people actually sitting in chats and talking and communicating. And of those 300, 50 of them are being like fired up in the chat one way or the other, like discussing, debating, arguing, whatever. 50 of them. And then after that, there's 10. There are 10 people that are hating on me or hating on us or being mean, being rude, whatever. Okay. I'm going to see those. And yeah, it's like something you don't want to see. It's something that gets aggravating. Or even if it's sometimes less than 10, it's like one person. Am I going to allow my show, my stream, my podcast, whatever, be derailed or dictated because of one person in the chat? When I have 1,000 people watching, I'm going to let one person derail the show? No, I don't want that. That's dumb and that's childish to me. So point is, I don't care about any of that. I'd rather focus on the 990 people that are either enjoying it or talking with it or having fun with it than the 10 people that are just miserable. That's what's more important to me. Finch says, those gifts you got the guys were legit full of thoughtfulness. Appreciated seeing that and their genuine responses to them. Awesome stuff. Well, thank you, Finch. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I wanted to get him something. And that was the only time that we really get to see each other is in those live shows. So I felt like it was a perfect thing. So, and to tell you what, it was easier to buy for them than it was for like my own family. So Ogzilla says, hell yeah, W for Rowdy. He looks like a Shiba Inu. Well, you will be correct because he is indeed a Shiba Inu. He is Japanese. And it was one of those cool things to where I got him from a puppy farm, whatever you want to call him. But it was a breeder up in Missouri who ironically is now the guy I got it from. He's a high school basketball coach up there. Now he's a high school basketball coach in Arkansas. I forgot which city it is. But anyway, and I was wanting, because I did a lot of research on a dog. I wanted a dog. And I wanted to find a dog that would fit my personality and my lifestyle, because I don't want a dog that would be miserable if I wasn't one way or if I wasn't around or whatever. So I needed a pretty independent dog and everything. And I found Shibas to be very fitting to what I am and what I do. So I looked it up and they were selling for like $1,200, $1,300 a piece. And I was like, sheesh. I can't afford that. I mean, listen, I love the dog. And so anyways, I went and I got, I emailed the guy. I was just like, hey, do you guys, what's the situation look like? Like how often? Because I wanted to check back. And he goes, well, we actually had someone bail on our firstborn of the litter at the last minute, and we need the kennel space. So I'll give them to you for $300. I'm like, phew, done. So everything worked out for a purpose, though. It all worked out for a purpose. Let's see. JD Hogfan says, I don't know, even with the lack of talent this past year, a coach who wasn't a complete pushover for accountability and discipline would have won 7 games this past year, all those 1-score games. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough thing, man. Is this past year is just such a weird thing to try to have thoughts on, like a weird thing to be like, oh yeah, well, everything's bad. It's like, yeah, it was bad because you went 2-10. But then there were times you're like, you're just right there of winning. It's such a conundrum. At least with the Chad Morris 2-10 years, you're just getting blitzkrieged. Like, at least that was easy. But yeah. King says, making a batch of fermented habanero honey tonight. Sheesh, that sounds amazing. I don't even know how you would even make that, but I trust you, Kingsley. I trust you. Mora said, why do you think First Take and other top media sports are not talking about Arkansas since we have John Calipari as head coach? Well, I mean, they don't talk a whole lot about college basketball in general. At least not right now at this point. I mean, it's still football season. You got the NFL, college football playoffs. College basketball will start getting talked about a little bit more once late February, March start happening. That's the times. But I mean, you got to be interesting. And right now, I mean, not to say that Arkansas is not good and not interesting, because they are, but it's just as far as the landscape on ESPN and First Take and whatnot, it's just not to that point right now. So, someone son says, I love Elf. Yeah, Elf's pretty solid. Silverfield Sue says, what's the movie the little kid guy's tongue stuck on the coal pole? Christmas Story. Yeah, I guess everybody responded to him. So, yeah, Christmas Story is a great one. Let's see. Kings, I think he said this before. He said, gets Rowdy some pup-friendly CBD drops and put in a couple of food in his daily. Our mini poodle Duchess has anxiety, and that's helped tremendously. I may actually end up doing that. I just gotta, but he doesn't like change. And there's a time, this shows you how much of a diva he is. I have to give him the same food. And there's nothing crazy special about the food I get him. It's not like this, imported from Greece type of dog food. It's just the simple pedigree, the big yellow bag. And one time I went to Walmart and they didn't have pedigree. So I bought, it's pedigree. So I bought Puritan or whatever it is, similar price, big old bag, bought it, brought it home. That little Chotch wouldn't eat any of it. He just would look at me because it wasn't the food that he was used to eating. So anyways, ever since then, I'm always nervous to get and that's another thing. He used to have ice cubes as treats because he thought that he just loves ice cubes. So I just started giving ice cubes as treats. Why not? Works out perfectly there. Sam One Son says the hate comments are just so irrelevant, and that person will get flamed so hard in chat anyways. Yeah, sometimes. But I mean, again, I don't really care if like they end up like what they say. Because most of the time they won't say it to like my face, you know, like they won't say it to like me as a person. They'll just like casually throw it by as a just get a reaction to me. But it's funny, man. Some of the I had Notre Dame fans in my mentions recently or in my DMs. In fact, you know what would be actually I want to see if I can see if y'all will enjoy this. I want to share some of my DMs real quick that got requested. And see what you guys think about this. Now, I don't condone this type of language that's being used, okay? I don't condone this type of language or anything, but to give you guys an example of some of the stuff that I'll see in my in my DMs. This was back at late November. But yeah, so here's one. It's got to take out hold on a second. I got to take out the chat so you guys can actually see it, but yeah, so here's this one. This was great. I don't know really what brought that on, but apparently they wanted to say that. So I got that one, which again, some of them I respond to. If they're really funny though, I do respond to some of them, but some of them just get almost like too nasty that I'm almost impressed by it in some weird way. But yeah, that's just an example of it. I'm trying to think, there was another one here too that just really made me laugh. It's from a Notre Dame fan. I got to go back and find it because a lot of my DMs is filled with the people for wanting tickets. Just to be honest, there's one guy just sent me the score for the Notre Dame Arkansas game. As if I'm like, oh man, you got me there. As if I don't remember that Arkansas got smoked that way. So, anyways, but yeah, that's just the nonsense that goes along with it, and it's fine. It's whatever. Part of it. It's part of it. So, let's see. A few more chats here too. Finch says, pedigree, you need to up your game with food, bro. Get him some quality food, bro. What do you mean? He's fine. He eats it. Like, you know what you sound like, Finch? You sound like whenever, this is why I hate taking him to the vet. I may hate going to the vet more than he does. Because every time I go there, because one I used to go to in Little Rock, great people that did a great job. But I would bring him in there and, he'd gain a pound or two. And he'd be like, so what type of food are you feeding him? It's like, just, some pedigree and, you might as well just be feeding him candy. Sorry. That's what he likes. Like, is he fine? Is he in okay health? Yeah, he's just a little on the heavier side. Okay, then. Like, it's like, I don't want to spend $100 for a bag of dog food that's this big that's going to last him a couple of days. Like, listen, I love him to death, but good grief. I don't want to deal with all that stuff. So, yeah, folks, I know all the haters say hating things. That's just what they do. I just thought it was funny. Like, that's the thing is like, I just want to give you guys an example. Like, that's like a daily thing. And sometimes it doesn't even have any context to it. It's just funny because I just say that it's one of those weird situations there. So, real quick, Tony Honeycutt says, one Christmas movie that is not mentioned often, but really it's funny, Surviving Christmas starring Ben Affleck and James Gandolfini. Also, Four Christmases is great as well. I know Four Christmases. I remember Surviving Christmas, but I don't remember ever watching it. So I may have to check that out. I have to see that. So, either way, well, as you guys know, it's appreciate everybody tuning in, just having fun hanging out here on the Christmas edition. Last week we brought in Intern Reagan, and in 2 weeks, Intern Presley is going to be joining us. But somebody that he doesn't need any introduction with us here is, of course, Intern Cameron, who joins us now here on the live stream. And Cameron, that hat, man.
Yes, I decided to match the vibes of tonight's stream, and I didn't have a Santa hat, so.
Is your shirt at least Christmas? I know it's green, but is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you got the Clark Griswold.
Yep.
Okay, so I got Kevin. Like Catherine O'Hara or whatever her name is, like yelling Kevin. So look at us. Wow. We're like Twinkies.
This
or
is my
whatever they
favorite thing to do with this shirt is.
Yeah. Well, hey, well, it's good to have you on, Cameron. I know a lot of people are always used to seeing you on occasions, or us referencing you on occasions and everything too. So, yeah, so big plans for Christmas, for the Christmas vibe, Christmas traditions this week. Anything like that?
Stick around home. I mean, eat turkey, I guess. Open presents. I mean, watch. You guys were talking about It's a Wonderful Life a good bit. That's always a good Christmas tradition. Christmas Eve every year. Wonderful Life.
Is that the only movie you got to watch?
No, I mean, obviously, I watched Christmas Vacation today. I watched Four Christmases yesterday. I still got to watch the Grinch, and apparently so do you.
Yeah. I know, because I was getting roasted for not ever seeing it. And okay, so I have a confession to make, Cameron. I have seen it, the new one, but I didn't actually see it. And what I mean by that is I had an ex-girlfriend that when I was over at her house around Christmas, the movie was on. I just don't remember anything about it. So, but that was the thing of I remember the referencing and the Jim Carrey thing and all that. So yeah, I got to watch it. Apparently, I got to watch it. So
yeah, Jim Carrey's wild in that movie. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was when because then they tried to do like Cat in the Hat afterwards too, and that just wasn't it.
The Cat in the Hat. I'm not gonna lie, the Mike Myers one.
Yeah,
that movie's funny. I can enjoy that movie. That movie's a lot of fun.
So, I haven't
grandma's house whenever I was like 5, and I just never stopped.
See, I haven't seen that one. I guess I got to check that out too as well, for all of that. But
well, do you like Austin Powers?
Yeah, I mean those are timely.
Yeah, no, I'm into that brain dead stuff. So I love Austin Powers. So if you just watch more Mike Myers, your brain just gets better. That's what I hear.
I feel like Mike Myers was like on top of the world for a quick second, and then he made that horrible Love Guru movie, and then it just like ended it. Like those Austin Powers movies. Like here's the thing, I'm not kidding. I watched this The Spy Who Shagged Me, the second one, as so many times I had it memorized. Like because I loved that movie as a kid. It just would crack me up. Like
like a baby.
Yeah, Fat Bastard was hilarious, man. Which ended up being just Shrek. Like it's all it was, like the same character. But man, I would laugh, and I had it all memorized, and it was great. But then I went back and like watched one of them recently. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not that it's like inappropriate. It's just like the jokes don't land as much as they once did back then, you know, like just because of in the moment that it was at. But it's still like funny. It was just more of like, man, I thought that it's one of those things to where it's like going on you went on a roller coaster as a kid and you're like, this was the most insane thing I've ever been on in my life. And then 20 years later, you go back on that same roller coaster, like, yeah, I don't remember why I like this thing so much. It was
hot take, maybe not. You go to Memphis as a kid and have barbecue. You go back 10 years and it's not near as good.
Listen, it's not a hot take because I kind of agree with it. I'm just going to be honest with you.
I went there whenever, let's see. I think that was for the Kansas State bowl game. I think that's what I remember it. In 2016. Went to, now the place is not in my head, but it's the Elvis theme place where they get the pink limo and they come and pick you up.
Oh, dude, you're going to drive me crazy. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Surely somebody in the chat knows.
Graceland or?
It's,
yeah, somebody in the chat's going to know.
Someone will know. But came back against Kansas, or was it Kansas? No. Texas Tech last year went to the same place. Very disappointing.
See, I'm going to be honest. Like, I like Rendezvous, but Graceland barbecue. That's what I thought. Kingsley says Graceland. Like, but I thought that because the ones I'm always known is Rendezvous, Central Barbecue, and there's another one that it's really well known over there. But I know what you're talking about. Either way, yeah, same thing about like honestly, Kansas City might be more of the place I like for barbecue. Just being honest.
Yeah,
I like Q39 and always a big fan of Jack Stack up there. But
Paul Rudd likes to go too. Do you know what I'm
That
talking
is,
about?
or which place?
I don't remember what it's called. I just
Oh,
remember him talking about it.
okay. Yeah, it's probably that or Gates. Gates Barbecue is like fast food barbecue, I think. Yeah.
The rib crib.
Yeah, the rib crib.
Marlowe's. That's the place I was talking about.
Marlowe's. Okay. I haven't actually been there. So it's kind of like again, like there's so many things as kids. Like Chuck E. Cheese, I thought had like the best pizza of all time.
I remember that. Like Chuck E. Cheese as a kid, amazing pizza. It's actually, I haven't had Chuck E. Cheese pizza in a while, but I remember it about 7 years ago, probably. Still pretty good as far as I can remember.
Yeah. I remember as a kid laughing when I found out they had beer at Chuck E. Cheese. I was like, who would drink beer at such a happy place? It's like, well,
Yeah.
parents, like, because they need it, man.
Did you see that video a couple months ago of the Chuck E. Cheese guy getting arrested
Yes.
as Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes. That was wild. Like, you couldn't have just waited or like had him I understand. I'm sure there's a reason why, but I was sitting there like, I couldn't imagine how traumatized it'd be as a kid. Well, it's like, you remember the animatronics? Yeah. Remember that? I remember one of them broke down when I was there as an older, like I was there for like my buddy's younger sister's birthday. And it was just like they broke down and started smoking and kids started like screaming and crying. It was hilarious. Like that was one of my favorite things, man. So
Well, you're a Fayetteville person forever. You remember when the Chuck E. Cheese was where the Arcadia is now?
yes. Yeah. That's what I grew up with. Was
Yeah.
being there in is it Evelyn Hills? Is that what it's called? I think it's what that shopping center's called.
I think so.
Yeah,
It's like right down from Rick's.
Yeah, because they used to have, and I remember as a kid, like anytime I even got close to that area, I got excited. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, maybe we're going to Chuck. It's the same thing with Blockbuster. We had we had a Blockbuster right there.
Isn't that the cursed place? Wait, hold on. Isn't there? Didn't you know the place on MLK that never lasts? Like they keep putting fast food chains. Didn't that used to be a Blockbuster? Am I crazy?
Yes, no, it was way back when. Yeah, I forgot about that one too. Yeah, that was the one on the other side of town.
That should have been the sign that place would never work.
Should have been. But I think it's where Plato's Closet is now. I don't know if you've ever been to there.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
next to Hobby Lobby. Like that was the Blockbuster, and it was close to where I went to elementary school, Butterfield Trail. And man, just going in there and seeing different Sega Genesis and like Super Nintendo games to rent.
Yeah.
It's like it was just Chuck E. Cheese and Blockbuster were my happy places as a child. Like,
you remember Hastings?
Yes, Hastings, man.
So I cursed Hastings.
Why?
True story. I cursed it because I was a little kid, and I had one of my toys. And we were in the parking lot, and my mother would tell me, don't put it in the car door arm little area, because I'd swing it open and stuff would fall out, whatever. Anyway, I had my favorite toy, put it in there, slung it open. It fell on the ground, never realized it, went left, came back. It was broken, only a sliver of it left, and somebody took it. And I was so mad. It was my favorite toy. And I said, I hope Hastings goes out of business. And
sure enough, they didn't last much longer. So you're the reason everyone lost their jobs. Great. Yep.
And now I regret it because it was actually a really cool place.
Yeah. Yeah. Hastings, man, because they had posters and comic books and like back when people bought CDs, all of that. Because my first job I think I talked about was at Best Buy, and I worked in home theater. And I just think back to that. I was 16, 17 years old. There were people coming because it was really when I remember the Blu-ray player just came out, and it was $1,000, and it was like PlayStation 3s had come out, and they started having 1080p like resolution on stuff on these LCD and plasma screens. And I was thinking about it. I was like, there were people that came in there that had me help them buy like $4,000 worth of stuff. A 16-year-old kid, they're like, I'm entrusting you. Like, which I hope I didn't lead him astray. It wasn't, but I was just like, that was a bold thing to do. But things used to be, we used to have so many like CDs, like we called it media, but they're like, CDs and video games. And it's where every time we'd have the most loss prevention, like the law, like everyone would steal CDs and stuff. So, man, back when this country was simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In those days before I was born.
Yeah. Before you and probably a lot of our watchers and listeners were even born. So, But yeah, that was the thing is like, there are some stuff like, we talk about Christmas. Have you seen the lights of the Ozarks on the square yet?
So no, I haven't gone to the Fayetteville. So I'm in Bentonville, so we go to the lights of the square here, and it's really nice as well, I will say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like one of the things that since I've been a kid has not changed in Fayetteville. They've always had lights on the square, always. And I think it's really cool. Like I used to, now that I moved, I used to live like right next to it. So I would just like walk over there and check it out. So yeah, that's been great. And I remember my dad, it still cracks me up. So my dad is from Arkansas. He's from Little Rock. So, and he has a little bit of an accent, but when he gets really like excited or fired up, his accent really comes out.
Yeah.
And they used to have, I think they still, I don't know if they still do or not, but they used to have like pony rides around the square. Like you get in a carriage.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I'll never forget as a kid, we'd go and my dad, it was like, we got off work and, he's in his, polo shirt and slacks or whatever. And it's like nicer shoes. And I remember he stepped in a pile of horse poop, like just stepped in it. And he's just, oh, gross. Like he was like wiping it off on the sidewalk. As a kid, I died laughing, man. And I was like, it's like, so that was just the things. It was like, I remember the Christmas lights when my dad stepped in pony poop and doing it that way.
Camel rides too.
Camel rides.
I remember there being camels. I don't remember why, but I remember there being camels.
They're saying that's like some sort of like Jesus connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would have, you did the thing here.
Yeah. See, I can't do the things that I used to do like that because it's just going to get called out. But yeah, man, I remember the rides, and like they'd always have the songs. Like, so we were talking about movies, like Christmas songs. The songs are all the same, but was there an artist that did those songs, or was it like a compilation that you would listen to for Christmas music?
So wait, hold on. What's the question now? Is there a compilation of Christmas music I got?
Yeah, so it's like Christmas music. Everyone, like, Jingle Bells. Like the songs are still the same. It's just a matter of who does it. So
does anybody listen to Jingle Bells like on their own?
I think on background, like you put like a shuffle playlist. I think it's gonna pop up.
Like, does anybody actually just go like on a service like Spotify or something and look up Jingle Bells? Like, I've never heard of actually anybody doing that.
Honestly, I hope not. Because that would be kind of weird if all the songs to look up. I don't know if Jingle Bells is going to be.
And actually, technically, Jingle Bells is supposed to be a Thanksgiving song. I don't know how many people know that.
You're going to start ruining stuff, man. You're going to start ruining people's stuff. So.
Well, that's what my band director always told. He's like, well, it's actually supposed to be a Thanksgiving song. So I'll never forget it now.
Your band director's full of crap. So, no, but okay. So what songs are like what, just when you think of Christmas music, what do you think of?
Oh, so I'm missing some in my head right now, but I'm thinking Paul McCartney.
Okay.
Wonderful Christmas Time. I was a big Beatles kid growing up.
Oh, I was a big Beatles fan too. So yeah.
Okay. I got to be honest. Last Christmas, it slaps. I mean, like, it's just true. People can hate on it all they want, but it just slaps.
Yeah, that's it was weird because again, it's always about like what you grew up with. I remember my parents would do they'd have like Bing Crosby's album. Like he's known for like White Christmas, because that's thing certain artists are just known for like that version of the song. Like, if you hear White Christmas, it's like Bing Crosby's kind of just known for White Christmas, like the song and the movie. But I remember we had like Frank Sinatra too singing the Christmas songs. And then yeah. And then there was and I always remember because it was from Home Alone, the Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Have a Happy Holiday. Yeah, like whoever that person sang that, I was like, that's what they're known for.
What's the Darlene Love song?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Now it's slipping me and it's kind of taking me off. What is it?
Yeah. Christmas Baby Come Home.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's a great song too.
Yeah. I was trying to think of I remember I might think it was my mom. You know who Josh Groban is?
I don't.
He was this guy, like, and I don't know, only in Northwest Arkansas, some of you will probably understand this reference. He was a guy, his music would be on Magic 107.9, which is like the radio station to where it was like the biggest 100,000 watt station, and they would play it inside of doctors' offices because it was like it was like that and Kenny G music. It was just like safe stuff.
I haven't heard Kenny G and at least
it's like him and his saxophone, man. Just like that's it.
Yeah.
Anyways, like he came out with a Christmas album and he did the "Oh Holy Night" song, and it was the most like, I mean, it was really good because the dude could belt it out and sing, but it was just so over the top emotional. And I just remember like everyone listening to that for a while. But I just feel like Christmas songs, they need to start making, like, what was it? The last one was like Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," which is a great song.
They don't make good Christmas music anymore. It's got to be old.
I guess because everything's, gone woke, and everything. So. But no, I'm like, I always wonder, like, is there, and maybe that happens, I just don't listen, but like the artist of today, and I don't like Taylor Swift, but it's like, did Taylor Swift come out with a Christmas album? Surely she did.
I would think so. I don't remember it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like people like that, like, dude, it's easy. You don't have to write any music. You just sing the same songs and everyone would buy it. It's a money maker.
And absolutely. I would like to say, Phil reminded me, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poop.
Yeah. It's almost
that
like,
was the last good Christmas song.
Oh yeah, because I mean you would know about Mr. Hanky the Christmas.
I know all about
costume.
The Christmas Poop.
Jeez, man. Yeah, I just always wondered that, if like, where did we get to the point to where people are like, all right, we're just done making new Christmas music, like we're just done with this. I don't know.
They saw it peaked and said, I don't want any piece of that.
Yeah, exactly. Phil also says New Kids on the Block had a Christmas album. Yeah. I remember NSYNC had one. And NSYNC and Boys to Men, I think, had a Christmas album. I don't know if you know. Do you know who Boys to Men is?
So, no, I don't know Boys to Men. Well, so I don't know. Does it have a Z in boys?
Yes.
Oh God. That's tough.
Yeah, it's like they're like the original boy band.
Yeah.
End of the Road, or just look them up. They're really good. They're a harmony group. So, but anyways,
my mother always talks about seeing New Kids on the Block, and both of her parents, or I forget who was with her, just wanting to die through the whole thing. Like,
well, when you have a song from New Kids on the Block called "Hangin' Tough," when it's trying to be like this awesome, like, hey, we're bad boys. I'm like, oh, okay. See, Kingsley's already, like, look at Kingsley over here. He's doing this because I hope he's doing it to you because you don't know Boys to Men. Boys to Men, Motown Philly. Come on now. I was like, that was.
I love Motown music.
Yeah, well, you'd love this song. You love this music then. So yeah,
okay.
Motown Philly, and because that was the thing. My mom, Sheila, like as a kid growing up, she listened to Boys to Men and Michael Jackson. So it's like I always had Boys to Men and Michael Jackson like songs on repeat.
Did Michael Jackson ever have a Christmas song? That would be kind of weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. But I'm sure he tried one time.
Like he did.
I'm sure he tried one time. So let's see if he ever. I mean, the Jackson 5 did Christmas music. So maybe that's what it counts.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, that would be like
probably best that way.
I will say, like, I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
The Jackson 5 is a great song. And yeah, they did a great one with Santa Claus Coming to Town. Yeah, that's some good ones there.
Yeah.
We'll count that.
Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's right. Let's see. Polar Vortex says, can't stick around too long, John and the gang, and all your fans have a Merry Christmas. You as well, Polar.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you as well. Let's see. Okay, Seahawks says Elf and Jingle All the Way is the best Christmas comedies. Jingle All the Way is okay. That movie was great as a kid, maybe, but
is that the Arnold Schwarzenegger one?
Yes.
So I don't know if I've ever watched it.
Okay, it's got funny parts in it, but the problem is the kid is the most obnoxious kid in that movie. Like, I don't know where we went wrong with child actors, but some of the kids in those were like the kid in Santa Claus. Have you seen that one, Tim Allen?
Yes, a long time ago.
That kid sucks. Like, he is the most obnoxious kid. And it's the same thing in Jingle All the Way. Like, sorry that your dad is having to do all this business and he was late for one karate session. You try to get there in time and you're just like taking it out on him, being like, I don't even want you around for Christmas. It's So it's like, that kid sucks. And it was the same kid that played Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars The Phantom Menace. So he really sucks. Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd. I was going to say Lloyd. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy sucks. So anyways, like Jingle All the Way. The only reason Jingle All the Way is funny is because Sinbad. Sinbad's in it, and I love Sinbad. He's hilarious, man. He's the best.
So were you a big Elf guy?
I love Elf. Like, I think it was, but I don't love it in the way, how do I put this? It's like, I love it for what it was, where it was just like a modern good Christmas movie. It wasn't a rehashing of Ebenezer Scrooge or anything like that. It was like a unique original movie that was good, heartfelt, and fun. So
my only thing is, sometimes the movies that are like, they try and take themselves too seriously. Like they try and make it so big. Like, if we don't do this, Christmas won't come. Like, it can't be just like a simple story about like a simple fan. It's like way too complex. It's like, why does it have to be this giant big deal all the time?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like people, I don't know what happened in Hollywood in general, but it's like they start like not wanting what they're giving what people want. Like they just try to be like, every villain in every movie has to have a backstory of why they became this person. I'm like, maybe they're just bad. Maybe they're just bad people. Like they don't have to have like
exactly what you're talking
all
about.
these Disney reanimations that they're making. They're like, why are the villain? Well, the villain was like, they did it at the Lion King and everything. It's like Scar was originally the chosen one. And it was like, what are we doing? Like, it's just, why can't he just be a bad guy? Like a bad villain? Like it doesn't have to have some story of why he's misunderstood.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same way with like Christmas movies. Everyone talks about like Hallmark movies. You know why people love Hallmark movies? It's because it's just simple, generic, good feel movie. Like that's sometimes what people just want. And it's the same thing with Christmas. It just needs to be a good. Why do you think you were talking about A Wonderful Life? That movie came out in like the 40s, 50s. Like, why is that movie still iconic almost 100 years later? Because it's a very simple, powerful message that everyone can relate to. Like that's all it's got to be.
Yeah,
this is my rant on that. So
I agree with you.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Hogzilla says, "What about Arkansas's own Billy Bob Thornton and Bad Santa?"
Heck yeah,
dude. Bad Santa to me. Okay, you talking about Jingle All the Way? No, Christmas Vacation and Bad Santa might be the best ones. You can't. That's not a family comedy though. It's not a family friendly comedy.
So many people hate Bad Santa, and I don't get it. Like,
dude,
I laugh so hard every time I watch that movie.
Dude, it's so inappropriate, but it's like fun because again, something about Billy Bob Thornton whenever he gets mad, but I think it's because he's from Arkansas and he's got like the Arkansas accent with him. I laugh because I can relate to it, but it's just like in Sling Blade, like when that type of comedy is like dark. Yeah, with Dwight Yoakam, doing that. And it's like Bernie Mac was in there. He was hilarious in Bad Santa, and just some of the quotes in there.
John Ritter is in that movie.
Yeah, John Ritter. John Ritter's like the family man and all nice and stuff. And he's
Three's Company.
Yes. And the little kid, Thurman Merman, like just the
Thurman. Yeah, that is the lamest name ever.
That kid was just cracking me up. It's just like, and he just said, he's like, you know what, my dad, he's like, you know what I did? He's like, peed in the dishes because your dad got mad at you. He's like, what the F? He's like, no, what's wrong with you? Like, he's just stuff like that, man, was so good. So good. Yeah, but so thank you for bringing up Bad Santa.
Did you watch the second Bad Santa movie?
No, because I knew it wasn't going to be any good.
I mean, it's a lot of the same stuff. It's like a lot of the same humor. You can laugh at it a good bit.
Yeah. I mean, again, I got so many other movies to watch first. I probably won't get to that one, but.
And I'm weird like that. I don't know if it's necessarily that weird, but like once Christmas is over, like I do not watch Christmas movies.
No, who would watch Christmas movies when it's not Christmas?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't watch them afterwards. It just feels wrong. It's like there's 364 days till Christmas. Like, why am I watching this?
Yeah. Well, I saw somebody talk about the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol. Like there's different. Do you have a movie when you think of the Christmas Carol version? Is there one that pops up, or even have you seen any?
I've definitely seen a couple of them, but I haven't watched A Christmas Carol in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something weird, man. I got do you know who Mr. Magoo is?
Mr. Magoo, I know the name.
Cartoon, Mr. Magoo.
I know the name. I do not remember what it's from.
For some reason, as a kid, I think it's because of my mom. We had on VHS tape Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. It was like a movie cartoon, came out in the 60s. The Christmas Carol, but it was Mr. Magoo. And it had like songs and stuff. And there's stuff that me and my brother, my family, we like laugh and quote because it was such a, an old movie, but it was just so ridiculous. But anyways, that's the Christmas Carol version. Apparently, I only know is Mr. Magoo and his family Christmas Carol. So had some great songs in there, though.
And the Polar Express Express is like tainted. It's tainted now because of Arkansas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't like that movie anyways. It creeped me out, the animation. That movie wasn't great. And also the Little Drummer Boy is the worst Christmas song. That song sucks.
I know. You were talking about that a few weeks ago at Blue Ember.
It's like just the rum bum bum. I'm like, if you have to make the noise over and over again, it's not a good song.
Yeah.
It's like just so annoying. But either way, I'm not big on that.
Big drummer boy hater over here.
Yeah. It's not any good. It just doesn't, I don't feel like it's Christmassy. There's nothing Christmassy about the Little Drummer Boy. Like there's nothing like that. Kingsley was talking about favorite Christmas commercial. Is that what you were saying? Sorry, I was trying to find it, Kingsley, again, pull it up.
The M&M one is pretty.
Oh, he says, okay, switch it up. Favorite Christmas commercial.
I would say the M&M one is very classic, where they walk in Santa. Yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh. That one they keep bringing up. That one in the, remember, the Hershey Kiss one with the bells? That's like.
They do the whole bells thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That one's been around forever. There's one where and I don't know who's the commercial for, but there's one where there's Christmas lights in a palm tree on the beach and they like turn them out.
Maybe. I don't recall that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the ones that are like reoccurring all the time.
There's always the Coca-Cola and the polar bears.
Yes. Which I never understood.
I didn't really either. I mean,
yeah. Thank you, Pigman. It's Corona. It's the Corona beer commercial is the palm tree and the Christmas lights. So thank you. Yeah. California raisins. Good grief.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. I remember the California raisins. It's like them and the crash test dummies were all just like little like characters that you just randomly insert them into things. So.
What about Gremlins? What do you think about? You don't like Gremlins?
No, I don't like Gremlins.
I like Gremlins.
I hate Gremlins. Granted, I only saw it like once when I was like a lot younger, and so I hated it then because I didn't want to watch it the first time. But yeah, that's how about this? Someone's son says the NBA commercial where they're shooting the net with the bells. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That is good.
That's a pretty good one. Auxilla says, does anyone watch the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movies at Christmas? Christmas movies now? Because that's when they were released? No.
I mean, phenomenal movies, but I don't really correlate them with Christmas. You know I correlate with Christmas, though? Empire Strikes Back.
Why?
It's just got that feel. I don't know what to tell you.
For Christmas?
Yeah.
You're hanging out with Andrew too much. Talking about Christmas and Empire Strikes Back. No.
It starts off at Hoth. It's all the snow. Come on, that's Christmas.
That's like 20 minutes of the movie. The rest of it's in a swamp or in Cloud City. Like, come on.
Luke is literally like, he resembles Jesus in a way because he's like the Immaculate Conception. I mean,
oh my goodness gracious. See, now you're going down some crazy conspiracies. No, I mean, listen, everybody's got those random movies. I just wasn't expecting that.
My gosh, the Christmas special for Star Wars.
No, that's bad.
I've watched a good bit of it, and yeah, it's awful.
There's a reason George Lucas tried to burn that tape as many places as he could find it because I
can't believe he got the real cast for that.
Man, they must have paid a lot of money. That's all I can think of. It was very odd. No, there's another. We're talking about commercials. That's because I think Kingsley, and he was going to bring this up. I think because you're talking about like toy commercials as a kid, and I can't find it, Kingsley, but he's talking about Crossfire. There was this, and if it's the one I'm thinking of, man, it was like Crossfire. like this little like marble, like metal guns you like play these games with.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the commercial. I'm like, dude, and it was like so over the top. And I was a kid. I was like, I want that so I can be the coolest person ever. And I remember playing it in real life. I'm like, this wasn't as cool as what it seemed like in the commercial.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. It's like these two kids were like on these like hovering boards. You got to think this is in the 90s, so the digital effects aren't great. And they're just sitting there like, and it's like this jingle, Crossfire. It was supposed to be so cool, and it never was. So, all right, Kings, that was it. Okay, good. I was glad. Me and my brother talked about that the other day because we were just like thinking, hey, you know what? I may have to see. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out here. I wanted to see if I could. I was gonna try to find a way to bring up that commercial.
Oh,
Surely it's not one of those things that gets copyrighted, right?
oh boy. I mean, you're playing an ad. Like, come on.
Playing an ad from like the 90s. I don't even think they make it anymore.
Like, why would you copyright strike an ad? They're literally giving you free advertisement. That's stupid.
Oh, okay. Wait, listen. I think okay. Here's the thing: is I got to figure out. Listen, this is a test stream. We're always doing test streams, right, Cameron? We're doing test streams.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I can. Let's see if this will work. Can you see anything on your screen?
I mean, I see it at the bottom there, but
At the bottom.
I can't see anything on my screen.
Oh, okay. I get you. I get see what you're saying. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. This is real stuff, man. This is real stuff. Okay. Here we go. This is the commercial. Hopefully you get the audio for it too. I think this is it.
It's the ultimate challenge, Crossfire! Crossfire! You get caught up in love! Crossfire! 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 Crossfire!
You tell me that you would not want to play and buy that game immediately.
That almost look like hungry hippos.
Dude, I know. Like, it's just, again, like as a kid, though, you're like, this is the greatest game that has ever been made. Like, this is it. This is peak.
Crossfire.
Crossfire. You can get up in the crossfire. It's like, again, like that commercial as a boy in the 90s, there was nothing cooler. Yeah, and like Kingsley saying is like when he spun little buddy into oblivion. I was like, yeah, he just like, and he's like, yeah. It's like I just killed that kid. Like I evaporated him. He's never gonna see his family again.
Yeah.
Like that's great.
Tell me you'll actually get that when you get the real game. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do this real quick. So now that I figured out how we can like look up commercials and stuff. Okay, so we were talking about the M&M commercial, right? Is that that was the one we were talking about, right?
M&M, yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can do this again. So is it this? Let's see. Oh, here we go.
So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy. He does exist.
They do exist. Santa?
Classic, dude. This is iconic, man.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. Good old fashioned family fun. And it's just like, you know, you think about it, all they do is just buy the commercial time. It's like, hey, we'll just put it back into the rotation. So,
I mean, I saw it the other day. I think it was during the basketball game, actually.
yeah.
I saw that commercial show up and I was like, wow, there it is.
Yeah. What was the Hershey? I'm going to look up again. We have to do these now. Which, by the way, shout out to Chris Fortner for the Inside Arkansas membership. He gifted it. Hey, that was nice of you. Appreciate you, Chris. Also, Pigman says for the super chat, appreciate it. Goes, the NBA Jingle Bells commercial is the best ever. Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah. We may have to play that one here soon. Actually, let's see. Oh, okay. Gotta wait for this.
It works.
Yeah. We got to do this one again too. This is the Hershey's Kiss one I was thinking of too. Come on. See, this again, just so nice. Now, what is this? I don't want any part of that. Whatever. Okay, but yeah, that was. These are great, man. These are commercials that was all about. I just love it so much.
Simple.
Yeah, to the point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that made me or anybody else want to be like, oh man, I'm going to go out and buy me some Hershey's Kisses. But
now there's the husband coming home or whatever, bringing the dog to the wife, and is like, oh yeah, well I got you a truck. It's like, okay, and this big old GMC pulls up, is like, oh, buy your GMC today. It's like, okay.
Jeez. Oh, gotta get out of this. So like, yeah, because people were talking about it since we're gonna bring it up all the rage here. Again, nobody's gonna we're not gonna get dinged for this copyright and stuff. I mean, come on, like we're playing ads for them. So this is the NBA commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to unmute it. Hold on.
What's up? It's in there. Let's go. Like that.
Please tell me the camera was on.
Special edition Christmas Day uniforms now available.
I'm sure Andrew gets so excited every time he sees LeBron come in for that.
Oh, I bet you anything, man. I bet you he's all about it. Bet you he's all about it. So, man, love that. What a great stream as we wrap up here.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Getting to the good stuff, the commercials and everything.
What people want to see.
Yeah, they didn't want to see us talking. They wanted to see old commercials. And us reacting to it. So, hey, Kelku says, happy upcoming birthday, producer Cameron.
Don't call me Jesus.
Like anybody, hopefully nobody does.
Hopefully nobody calls me Jesus. No, it's 28th. I will be celebrating, hopefully, with a good steak dinner.
There you go. A homemade one or out to eat one?
Probably out to eat one because none of us are that good at making steak. So.
Right on. So how old are you gonna be? How old are you gonna be? 22?
I'll be 23.
Oh, 23. Man.
23. You know, see, that's how I know I'm starting to feel old because I have to think about how old I am.
Yeah. You're really old, Cameron. You're so old. So old. When I was 23, I was entering into my super senior year.
So you have been your 5th year of college?
Mm-hmm. I had a super senior year, a super duper senior year, and a super duper looper senior year. So
how many times did you change majors, or did you just
once?
Okay.
Just one time. I went from a marketing management major to a communications major. And that was it.
Yeah.
So
I did a little bit of the same thing, except for not the same major and not the same other major, but I did change majors.
yeah, I thought that, oh man, going into business is important. I'll do this. Took macroeconomics. I'm like, I was in there for 2 days. I'm like, nope, this ain't me.
You led the student section one time and was like, nope, communications.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was more about like, I felt like there was a lot of attractive girls I knew that were in communication majors. So I was like, well, what better way to meet them than to have classes with them,
There you go.
Yeah. Obviously, it worked out just dandy for me. But it did have me going on with like my Justin Timberlake contest I did when I gave away the tickets to the concert to go with me.
I remember you used to have, didn't you have a JT poster behind you forever?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I remember that.
Yeah, I still have it. I haven't hung it up though. It's Future Sex Love Sounds.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I decided to go, with a little more appropriate. I've grown up, Now it's just the clothing optional beyond this point, son.
Yeah.
Let's see. A few more before we get out of here. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We just said we're just screwing around, having fun.
Yeah.
With it. Kingsley had a question. Here we go. He says, last question. What are you listening to these days? I recommend McGee album 2-star and the Dream Police. Kingsley, I'll be honest, man. I don't ever I listen to music, but it's never anything like new music. It's usually just like older music or like I have this weird thing, Cameron, because again, I'm a weirdo. And I told you this when I'm in the gym, or something, I listen to epic movie scores,
Okay. I can dig that.
like trailer music. Like I listen to that. That's what, and so I'd sometimes do that when I'm like focused in. I'll put my Dre Beats headphones on. That's noise canceling, and then just go into. So I don't like listen. The point is I don't listen to like a lot of like new stuff.
Later, I'm gonna send you a song that, or I'm gonna quote my band director again. Technically, if if it doesn't have words in it, it's a piece of music and not a song. So I'm gonna send you a piece of music.
I want to fight your band director. Like he sounds like a miserable person.
He's a great guy. I love my band director. Anyway, I'm gonna send you a piece of music that will get you going.
Okay.
Maybe it's kind of like a medieval type score, but if you need, it's pretty hype.
Okay. Well, if you ever need it, not only we got movie scores, but also think of the artist. It's called Two Steps from Hell and Immediate Music.
I think it might be Two Steps from Hell.
Yeah, Two Steps from Hell. They're the ones that did that song that everyone was putting in their hype videos for a long time. Yeah. I remember I used to love doing it when I was on the Buzz. If Arkansas had a huge win in football, which wasn't often, but like the 2021 year, like when they beat Texas or beat Texas A&M, I would redo the intro with like Chuck Barrett highlights with that epic score. And then when the final horn sounded, it hit the crescendo.
Yeah.
It just got me fired up. I was like, we're going
to fight. I used to watch those Best of Arkansas Football with the hype music in the background. I'm like, oh yeah. Like that was good stuff.
Yeah. I remember they had a thing where they made a video to the Inception theme song. Yeah. And it was like Chuck Barrett reading something. It was like something about the 1994 team or something like that. But anyways, I was like, it's pretty good. Can't go wrong with like Hans Zimmer in those movies and everything like that. So, all right, before we get out of here, appreciate it. But here's the thing. Steven wants to know, which cut of steak does Cameron prefer, or is he old enough for that to matter yet?
So the other day, we actually went to the Catfish Hole because I wanted to try their steak, and I had their tenderloin. I will say it was pretty good.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it was. It was cooked well. It was a good cut. It was good.
So you prefer tender? Like
I like the tenderloin.
Right. I mean, I'm always a filet, and not that anyone asks. I'm a filet guy. Like if I have my druthers, but I do love me a T-bone, man. Like because the flavor's so good. It's not as easy to eat. But as I've always said, my claim to fame, the one thing is, on one sitting, I did eat a 3-pound steak at Doe's in Fayetteville, and I got pictures to prove it. It was not. It was I think it was just a sirloin. It was nothing crazy, but yeah, it's either that or a ribeye. But either way, housed it. All I got going for me in life.
You ever participate in those like 5-pound burger contests or whatever?
No, I haven't. But you know, the place we thought about when we were in Dallas, there's a place called Happiest Minutes or Happiest Hour. It's right next to the arena. Me and Curtis went last year. Yeah, because my buddy recommended it, and it was an awesome place. But they have like food, like, but then they have these specialty items to where, like, one of the coolest things they did, and I'm serious about this, and it was so good. It was expensive because it cost a lot, but they called it was popcorn chicken. They brought it out in a popcorn machine, and it was chicken, like tenders and nuggets and stuff inside it, mixed in with popcorn. It was awesome. Anyways, they had a 5-pound burger, and when me and Kirsch were there, we saw it, and we kind of got pissed because it takes like an hour to make or something, and then they like bring it out to this guy, and it was a guy and a girl, young kids. And I think he was like some sort of TikTok influencer. He like had to do, they were filming it or whatever he did. He took a bite and then he like just left it there. Yeah, like they paid for it and everything, but they just left the entire 5-pound burger just there. And I'm like, dude, come on now.
I want to give a shout out. Kingsley here.
Yeah.
That's a good selection of stuff right there. That's good stuff.
Fleetwood Mac.
I've seen Fleetwood Mac in concert. I've seen Eric Clapton in concert.
Ooh, Eric Clapton.
I did get to see Clapton. I saw him in England, actually.
Wow.
Obviously, I couldn't see all of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Or I didn't get to see Prince either. But that's a good little bit there by Kingsley.
Yeah. I guess I didn't know about your game over here, Cameron. You have all this great.
I got left in Paris by my mother. I've been around the world.
Left. So you literally lived out home alone. So what it sounds like.
I got left for 45 minutes or so in Paris by myself because she got on a train and left.
How old were you?
This would have been 2018, shortly after we lost the College World Series, and I was devastated. So 16, 15, because I hadn't turned 16 yet.
Were you scared?
I was actually more mad than anything because she had the awareness of a slug, and she's carrying her case, and she had her neck pillow on it, and she just lollygagging around going up there, and it falls off. I stop, pick it up because she didn't even notice. She gets on, turns around, door's shut. I look at her and she's like freaking out, looking for stuff to try and get the door open. She starts pressing buttons, and naturally nobody there speaks English because they're freaking Frenchies, and they get mad. Whatever. I'm sitting there, I'm mad, and she looks at me, and I just go,
and she just
yeah. I literally shrugged and waved, and she left. And I sat down on a bench all the way at the end because I didn't want to talk to any Frenchies, and and a couple with a baby. I sat down the very end because I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just got left in Paris, and this couple with their baby come all the way down, like 6 benches down, and sit like right next to me with their crying baby, and I'm like, I'm low key cussing them out in English, and because they don't understand me because they're French. So
you
they
should have
put me off.
You should have like Googled how to cuss at French and like just start saying words. Start doing that. Yeah, start getting after them. So, well, Cameron, appreciate you joining us, man. It's just a fun little stream where we just screw around pretty much on everything. So, you got any final thoughts of the day or night?
Merry Christmas to everybody. This is good stuff. I enjoy doing this. A lot of fun. That's about it.
There you go. Perfectly said. Could not say it better myself than what intern Cameron did. But yes, that does it for us tonight. Appreciate everybody. Again, it's just going to do these every Sunday, just hanging out, shooting the breeze, whatever. He said we'll do a little state of Inside Arkansas next Sunday and talking about this past year and talking about the future of what it holds for us. A lot of cool things coming up that we can't wait to share with all of you. And that's going to do it for us tonight here on this Sunday night. For intern Cameron, I am John Nabors. Same sports show, same sports channel. Tomorrow for Inside Arkansas Live. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. And we will see you